Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. This is take two, so you don't see the gizmo. I think it's about 68 degrees out here, 70. It's really lovely, but I started going on and I had to stop myself, so thank you for joining me for coffee. Thank you for joining me for Zooming yesterday. We had a lovely, lovely Zoom. That Zoom was so full of answers to knitting questions. We were, of course, listen to me. I wasn't giving much advice. It was Valerie that was mostly giving the advice. Valerie is such a talented knitter, and she's very, very good at explaining things and coming up with alternatives and ideas, and she's an excellent teacher. So thank you, Valerie, for lending your expertise. And so people are like, wow, this is Graham learning a lot. You know, there was a lot to be learned in that Zoom, besides the fact that we just talked and had a good time. So thank you, everyone who came. Thank you so much. I always learn a lot from Valerie, I have to say. There's a lot to be learned. You know, I have plenty of holes in my knowledge, and she is a wonderful resource. So thank you again, Valerie. So anyway, yeah, it was really, really nice. Really nice. And the bee, I got the bee yesterday. It took me longer to figure out how to combine those two pieces of video than it would have if I would have completely re-recorded my vlog. But I didn't want you to miss the spray. I still smell like bug spray. Anyway, that wasp did not come to my Zoom call. I was able to be out here, and I was not being bombed by that wasp anymore. It was gone. It was gone. That's the second time I figured out how to append, you know, more than one slice of recording, but I should write it down, because, you know, if I had to do it today, it would probably still take me almost as long. But it worked. Just took a while. Anyway, thanks everybody who came to Zoom. Our next Zoom is October 18th, which is Rhinebeck weekend. We're going to all of those of us who are not going to Rhinebeck are going to sit and commiserate with each other. So that should be fun. Yeah, the mowing and stuff has started. Not Dennis, he's having his coffee right now, but the neighbors are mowing too, so everybody had the same idea. I need to figure out when the Eagles game is, because my lawyer, he works weekends and whatever, and I just need to talk to him for a few minutes because of wacko things he's telling me. And, so I said, tomorrow's fine, anytime in the afternoon, how about 1 o'clock? And so he emails me back last night saying, oh, I'll call you during the halftime of the Eagles. I'm like, you don't have to do that. I just picked a time. I don't know when halftime is, so that doesn't really help me in terms of planning my day. I am not going to put on the Eagles game to try to figure out when halftime is. Vic, if you can tell me when halftime will be, I'd appreciate it. So I have a little heads up. Anyway. So yesterday I Zoomed. It was delightful. It was really, really delightful. And I made crackers. Now, my crackers, the basis of my crackers that I make is cream cheese. But we didn't have any of Dennis's homemade cream cheese. We will tomorrow, because he made it yesterday and it has to hang for 24 hours. But, so I used commercial cream cheese. We just don't like the crackers as well with commercial cream cheese. We'll see how they are. They dehydrated overnight, so we haven't really eaten them yet. But in the past, and I think it's the texture. I think the texture of the crackers is better when we use Dennis's homemade cream cheese. So we'll see. Maybe I'll make crackers again tomorrow before we really need them, and we can do side-by-side comparison. I think it's mostly the texture. Whatever. Anyway, that's what I did yesterday. Talked to my friends and learned a lot of knitting from Valerie and made crackers. That's it. I did a little executrixing. I was emailing. I wrote an email and I did a little research. I'll be able to get him the information he needs today without too much trouble. Maybe I'll be done. Well, I won't be done because I haven't distributed the inheritances of the grandchildren yet, and I need to do that soon, as soon as I have everything. So there you go. Today is Sunday. I might be talking to Christy tonight, but she gets so busy during her semester that sometimes many Sundays come and go before we actually talk. So, see what she's up to. I know she's planning to come up for Aura's funeral. I don't know if Rich is coming with her. My guess is no, but I'll find out. And yeah, today I have a little bit of executrixing to do, pull the last things together for Peter, talk to Peter, and that's the only thing I have in my mental schedule. It won't be super pleasant sitting on the deck, although the weather's lovely, but people are, I think I have machinery on both sides of me. Although this side is further away because our property next door isn't got any machinery on it. And Dennis is going to be mowing, but he'll start in the front, so I can be in the back and it won't, Anyway, I might be outside, I might not. Nothing's ever straightforward, simple, just a sentence with me. And it's so funny because that aspect frustrates me sometimes with Dennis. I feel like I'm asking him a simple question, but Dennis knows so much that, his answers are full of detail and explanation. And sometimes I just want to say, that was a yes-no question, which, of course, it wasn't exactly. Okay. Well, one thing I do, I make a mistake to, make a comment as I'm trying to walk out the door, out of the room, or out onto the deck or something, and he starts replying to me, which would, is a very considerate thing to do. But then I have to stand there and wait. I can't keep walking, It's like, I don't know why I do that. Because I gotta go. It's like, oh, okay. And sometimes he comes with me and keeps talking, and sometimes he stops talking. But it happens a lot, and I'm like, I'm like that with you guys. I can't just say something. It's got to go on and on and on. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, I did run to the store too. Trying to, it feels like not a lot for a day, but I went to the store, I made crackers, and I Zoomed. That's quite a busy day for me. Way busier than today. Well, I'm going to talk to Peter and I'm going to do some executrixing. That's all I have in my plan at the moment. But things come up, Anyway. But it is still lovely. We need the wind to really come up so that Dennis can mow, because the grass is very wet. Between the rains we had the other day, the fact that it's very, very long. It's very thick because, in fact, the vast majority of our lawn is not actually grass. It's actually something else. And the dew in the morning, so we're hoping that he's successful with his mowing, because it's beyond time. And we have one tree in the front that thinks it's fall, and so he's got to start mulching out the front, because that one tree, I don't know what kind of tree it is. Maybe a tulip poplar, maybe? I'm not sure. The ashes used to fall very early, but they all died. So, but there are leaves to mulch in the front. We have a mulching mower, so. Anyway, that's what's happening here. Just boring, normal life. Right, Pearl? You want to say hi? Maisie gets on here all the time. Nope, nope. Come here. Come here. Give me your face. Give me your face. You goofball. You goofball. Yeah, say hi. That's our Pearly girl. Right? You're a Pearly girl. Anyway, I guess I'm done. Please take good care of yourselves. Mark your calendar, October 18th, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It's the last Eastern Daylight Time Zoom we'll have once we get into November. And we already picked November date. It's on the Flame and Fiber Ravelry group thread for Saturday. I put it on there because we decided to decide early because the holidays are coming. But I don't remember what it was in November. But November is going to be standard time. But I put it in the thread while we were talking because I didn't want to forget, because I forget. And sometimes I forget to update that. And I want to make sure that it's up to date for people who are trying to figure things out. So mark your calendar, October 18th. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.